What up, KB? What up, JP? Yeah, kick it over here, baby pop. All right. I'm going to bring that down just to a dull roar there. Hope you're all doing well this morning. We're going to chill out, play some video games here. Haven't really been on my subpar gaming as much as I'd like to be. Got a lot of things, a lot of irons in the fire, and it's good to kind of relax and chill a little bit. Replaced all the bedding. What's up, Mav? Replaced all the bedding in the chicken coop, so they got some fresh bedding now to chillax in and enjoy. That'll be great. Looking forward to the chickens enjoying and being even more happy than they already were. But what's up? It's got giggles. How you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, I do have some coffee. I heated it up on the stove just a little bit too hot. So, I'll kick my antacid. Thank you, Army, for giving me a 800 milligram Motrin when I was in the first time, and take 2 every 4 hours for pain. Destroyed my stomach. Well, not destroyed it, but definitely didn't help. Hope everyone's doing well today. Trying to do some good. I'm going to be going over some body cam footage today. I'm also going to be downloading some videos. Got to organize some folders. That. I think I'm gonna have to actually hold on. Probably gonna have to sync this up in order to get the videos. My wife took some well, hopefully I'll be able to use it because she had her camera going the wrong way, the wrong orientation at one point in time on one of the things that we took, but we'll see what there is there, and we'll see what we can go ahead and back that up right now. And we'll see what we can download. So TikTok, I guess we'll find out in about an hour or so. We're going to find out one way or another if the, thank you for hitting that like button, chat. We're going to find out one way or another if the prosecutors are going to do their jobs or if they're going to continue to blow off and shirk their responsibilities, in my opinion. I'm not saying that as a statement of fact. But I think I'm going to be listening for DirectD. If y'all will tell me if he does go live, because I'll probably keep streaming, but I want to cover his covering of the situation. And in the meantime, we're gonna be catching up on some Fleckus Talks, the podcast. I know you guys like that as much as I do, and we got some catching up to do, my friends. Let's go ahead and do that.
You're all soft jawed and cheeked.
Yeah.
You know? No mouth breathing. Yeah, you
Really,
can relate to that.
Yeah.
And then kids who suck their thumb, they get their teeth out. Their teeth goes out and that changes their face shape forever. So no thumb sucking late and no mouth breathing.
Yeah. Nose breathing, tongue in the roof of your mouth.
I think Christopher Ruff, DirectD, he said he's going to be doing a video. He said he's going to be doing a video of like sometime around Thursday. He's going to put something out for the DirectD channel, and it's going to be, I guess it's going to have me in it. It's going to be about, the stuff I'm going through. I got to get with a particular person, and we're going to get like a video together and have a conversation and stuff, and we'll see how that goes. But he said he's going to be going live most of the week, and making phone calls, perhaps putting pressure on, and finding out. We're trying to give them a chance to do the right thing if they haven't made the right calls and put their asses into action by 12 noon today, according to Christopher Ruff. He said he's going to start getting Machiavellian. So as far as him going live right now, he probably will on Christopher Ruff, but he said that he's going to be showcasing. He even said we're going to give my channel a boost. So I appreciate that, Christopher Ruff. If you're listening, or if anyone wants to get word back to him, I do appreciate that. I don't know if his phone number is the same as the one I had, or if I'm blocked on, if he blocked that, my access to be able to contact him. What's up, Billy? But I'm going to be going over some of the body cam footage, also some of the ring cam footage, and also some of our footage that we took when I had to surrender my weapons. And just kind of trying to think about doing like a PSA on the whole thing, and the dangers of the court or the state just taking the word of a person without any kind of vetting or investigation, and taking the weapons away from, frankly, if they'd have just done a rudimentary search on Chris Ryder's record and a rudimentary search on my record, I think the judge would have had a lot of freaking questions, a whole lot of questions, because that's what my attorney did. When I talked to my lawyer, my lawyer said, "Yeah, I'm not seeing a case for you. I'm seeing a person with your name but a different middle name, but not you." And all that stuff was basically hidden because of the nature of the complaint, and so I had to basically. I don't know exactly what but he ended up looking up my record and saw nothing, and he ended up looking up Chris Ryder's record and saw a whole plethora of things. So he was just kind of like, okay, well, this is interesting, right? This is interesting. All right, we got all messages. So don't forget to hit that like button on the way in, guys. It really does help out. But we're going to let this play, and I'm going to try to decompress a little bit. But in the meantime, I'm going to be doing some stuff behind the scenes, downloading videos, probably doing some editing on Clipchamp while I'm playing video games. So we can hang out together for a little bit and say hi, because I figured you guys might be a little bored. There's not really a whole lot of great content out there right now.
Slight pressure
my opinion.
up, and it pushes your face to its max capacity in a good way.
Absolutely.
All right, that's the end of housekeeping. We're now moving on to Cringe of the Week. All right, Cringe of the Week. Guys, we have a lot of good cringe. We have a good traditional Cringe of the Week section. Yeah. Our first clip is a trans biker being confronted for being trans and beating all the girls.
A shotgun, motherfucker!
Giggle says, generally specific, Chrissy said you hired one of the most expensive lawyers in Louisville. A little jealous that he can't. Well, he probably could have if he was still getting all the donations that he was getting previously. But now that people realize that he's just a lying, grifting piece of excrement, I think his donations are starting to dry up. I'm shocked he's still getting some. But a fool and their money are soon parted. I believe that wholeheartedly. But it was dear. It was not cheap, and so we have to recoup some of that cost. We have to, because you like to try to have a little bit of cushion in your budget, right? Just for rainy days and stuff, and that was definitely unexpected. Having to have money set aside for lawfare wasn't really on the top of my list. Probably not on the top of many of our lists, like probably medical emergencies wouldn't, be something that you would expect to plan for. But it's good. It's good to plan for those things. So every donation that is made to my channel, every time you guys watch a full ad and give me AdSense, it does help out my show, and that'll help refill my coffers so that I can be prepared for what's to come. According to Chris Ryder, he doesn't plan on stopping. He plans on accelerating up into the point where he goes back to jail. Maybe today's the day. Maybe today there's a bond revocation. Maybe this Muppet who's being a menace to society gets hauled off to jail for and being in breach of his bond. I think that would be an appropriate cause of what he did to me in particular, and what he's been doing to quite a few other people besides myself. Oh, and the mediation on 10/21 does not cost. No. Mediation is on Tuesday, actually. That actually, is it mediation? 10/21 isn't. I don't think that's mediation. Isn't that the court date of the misdemeanors? Figuring out what's going on with the misdemeanors. Misdemeanors. Right? Isn't that what that is? But my understanding is today is a mediation. No, I'm sorry. Tuesday there's going to be a mediation, potentially. Maybe there won't be, if the prosecutors do their job. And then I guess this Wednesday there's an arraignment. I guess he pleads guilty or not guilty. Jonathan P., that's a handsome picture you got there, my friend. Is that back in your Army days? Generally specific, you're right about the content is really not good right now. Even the news is terrible. Yeah. Chrissy, that clock keeps ticking. Listen closely. Tick. Yep. Yeah, they were doing that big time to Wrangler, weren't they? No. It's Mr. Meaner. That was a misdemeanor. Oh, USMC 1987. Fantastic, my friend. Fantastic. Oh, to be our younger selves, huh? To be young again.
This is a man named Connor Wolf.
We got some fucking fascists out here crashing the race, and they just stole their protest sign. Get fucked, Nazi!
They stole what?
I can tell you these two women had a sign that said no males and female cycling.
Oh, somebody's going through puberty.
I don't have you in there. And we're not a big fan of it, so
Yeah, we don't fuck with fascists.
Right. So we just took the sign.
That's how we feel about Nazis around these parts. This is America.
Do you know that we were actually asked by women racing to come here? Women racing against you. Oh yes, we were, hon. Yes, we were, mister.
Even if you were, we don't give
Mister.
a fuck because they're also sore losers.
Well, you know what? The women that you think are your friends are not your friends.
Great. Thanks for letting us
Sounds
know
like they
that
should
there are more of
get
you.
more skills.
Yes, and they're riding next to you,
They should get skills.
racing you. Okay.
And they can't do shit, can they?
No,
Unfortunately,
there it is.
Shit, can they? And
There it is. There's the secret tell, chat. They don't care about fairness. They don't care about equality. They don't care about tolerance. They don't care about inclusion when it comes to you. They say to you, get effed, stay effed. So there it is. There's a peeling off a little layer of the mask of what these people, these little demonic people are really about. Yeah, these sodomites and these ne'er-do-wells and degenerates.
and they said they're sore losers because the guy knows he's going to win. See you at the finish line. I'll be the guy on the top of the podium.
Yeah. Do you hear that voice crack and that shakiness? There's a certain nervous energy where even the guy knows kind of time's coming up soon a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
Calling everyone fascist Nazis, talking to like a woman in like California probably.
Yeah.
You're calling a lady a fascist Nazi because they don't want a men competing with them.
And that's the extent of the argument, too. You can see there's not much to stand on. The guy needs these women to enable him to keep coming and beating them. I wasn't going to place in the top third anyway. Come on, Connor. But calling them fascist and then saying, haha, you can't do anything is the extent of the argument at this point.
Yeah. And then the women who help and support the guy.
Yeah.
Those are the real sellouts. Those are like the Jews who helped the Nazis in World War II type.
Yeah,
George
Totally.
Soros.
Those are the real sellouts.
Those are the ones who are enabling this whole disservice, this perpetration, whatever you want to call it. Like, this should not be happening, and men don't support it. It's all just women who are kind of like passively letting it go. And then if you don't, you're a fascist. Get fucked. And then this video we cut short, but a lot of
Oh yeah, giggles. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And the way he's trying to lean on Miss Patty to do what he wants Miss Patty to do. He's trying to lean on her, right? Trying to, oh, I'm your ally. I'm with you, and but you better do the right thing. Otherwise, I'm showing that I know who you are, and I've got all your pictures, and I can put your whole life out there on the internet. That's what Chris Ryder is basically threatening right there, right? I'm listening on lunch, but going to get a couple games on Magic. And nice, get it, get some. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this this new expansion. It's a lot of fun. All right, what are we gonna roll with here? Ooh, let's see. Legendary creature, human performer. Whenever a spider you control enters, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Probably should have that in my spider deck. That's not my. I only have one of those. Yep. Whenever you draw your first or second card each turn, put an ingenuity counter on. I think I'm gonna do this and this. Yeah. Then we got the 4/4. That one's not bad. This one's not bad either. The saddle. It's not a bad card, but I think we're gonna go with. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with these two. All right. I do like that. We're gonna put a little bit of red in our deck, chat. I don't know. All right, guys, I'm gonna be focusing on this, so we're gonna listen to some music while I'm focusing on my draft picks here. I think we're going with. Whenever you cast a spell of mana 4 or greater, you may exile a top card. You may play that card until you exile another card with this creature. Okay. Huh. I mean, that's like a free card, right? Hold on. Let's do this. Yeah, let's go with that. I don't mind the title spinner at all. I'm shocked no one's actually picking this card here. I think I'm going to roll with... No. I'm going to roll with that. Oops. Blue and red. No one's taking that. Sorry, guys. I'm going to be focusing a little bit here. And we got blue and green. Whenever you cast a creature spell with mana equal to its power, copy that spell except its copy isn't listed. Then put a +1/+1 counter. Okay, interesting. Guess I'll get rid of that and that. Well, actually, technically, I guess I could do the knife trick. I mean, I might still be doing... I actually like this enchantment. I'm kind of shocked nobody's using it. But let me get rid of this stuff for now. There's another art... Ooh, what is this here? Wedding Ring. When this artifact enters cast, target opponent creates a token that's a copy of it. Whenever an opponent who controls the artifact and whenever it draws a card, return, you draw a card. Whenever an opponent who controls an artifact named Wildergrain gains life this turn, you gain that much life. I don't know what that deal is, but I don't have that. But let's see. Perfect team up. I think I'm going to go with that and that. Okay. I do like that card. Looks like no one's really pulling the Savage Mansions. What is this? The beginning of combat. Okay, it's not really what I'm looking for. Sorry guys, I'm over here focusing, so this might not be. I think we'll go with this. Although I think I'm gonna go with this. Might be splashing some red here, chat. Wisecrack, okay. There's some white and green. Alright, there we go. We get a little bit of fixing here. Potentially. Scorpion Sting's not bad. Another knife trick. Nobody likes that card. I think I'm gonna do that and that. I'll just go ahead and grab this rare, I guess. And the shock. One of two target creatures. Trample one of you, cast a spell. Sure. Guess we're not going to use that. Alright, get rid of that one. Another blue-green. That's a rare, too. So we get a shock. This is a vehicle. I don't mind this card at all. I don't mind that card either. I think that's probably a better card. I know this part's probably really boring for you guys, and I do apologize. I'm kind of shocked that that card doesn't get picked a little bit higher. When this artifact enters, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal up to 2 creature cards from among them. Sacrifice it. Create a treasure token. I mean, it's got a good digging. Guess I would get that off the market. Wait, did I just pick the wrong damn thing? That is definitely a good card for this deck. Target creature deals damage to it equal to its power to itself. Alright, that can go in there. Sorry guys, Siren, I gotta really focus on my pick, so I'll say hi to you guys here in a second. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the fishing. I actually like this sky rod. It's actually pretty good. It can definitely swing a game. Kind of shocked that they're not picking these. We'll go with the removal. This I don't need. All right, now I can say hi. We got Soren Heidegger. Then ask Hasbro to not scam their clients. There's something on here. A rigged pile of dog, you know what? Yeah. I noticed that there seems to be like the same cards that they put out. Another game ruined by... What'd they do to it? That is your issue, and hate is not wanted here. Wait, what's going on? Am I missing something? All right, so we got 45 cards. We need to thin this out quite a bit. All right, this will allow us to fish for... Well, what is this? Add 2 mana in any combination of colors. Spend this mana to cast spells from exile. So that would help me. It's not a bad card, but that would help me with this guy. Oh, I only have one of those now. Okay, we got that. So, question is, I've got 3 knife tricks, 2 shocks. So maybe I don't need that. Whenever you cast, okay. It's a nice little 2-drop. How many? Oh my goodness, I only have 11 creatures. Chat. I do have some removal though. I do have some removal, so I definitely need creatures. Yeah, kind of essing hind. You know what? All right, let's get back to the video. So give you guys something to look at while I'm building this deck.
Put a sawed-off shotgun in your mouth, like a lot of.
Isn't that what you do?
Yeah, that's what you're gonna do, Connor. I think.
Allegedly.
Odds on.
And the odds are that. And it's spreading as well. This next post is from a breastfeeding and lactation support group.
Facebook group, yeah.
And then can you read what they're going with
All
now?
right, JP.
Yeah, someone said, we're an inclusive group. This is like a moderator. We do not discriminate, and we have a zero tolerance policy towards issues such as racism, homophobia, transphobia, etc. We will not stand for it. Us being inclusive is stated in our group rules and is non-negotiable. We will not be accepting posts that start with things along the lines of, hey, ladies, or hey, mamas, as not all of our members identify as ladies, females, mamas, etc., and this language is exclusionary.
So in the breastfeeding group, you can't say, hey, ladies.
Yeah.
That's where we're at. Which takes us basically to our bad woman leadership section that we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Our first clip is from Sebastian Maniscalco, a famous comedian who had a weird realization at his child's basketball game.
Nice. 3 in a row. Good job.
I'm at the basketball game. My son's team's getting his ass kicked. It's 14-2, right? So I looked at the scoreboard. It's 10-2 now. I said, what's going on? Why is the score going backwards? And one of the moms here is like, they don't want to make us feel bad, so they're taking points off. This is ridiculous. I'm sorry. This society sucks.
So the women in charge are changing the score so the kids don't feel bad because the kids shouldn't feel bad ever. But shouldn't you feel bad if you're getting smoked in a basketball game? Isn't the point to feel bad because you got blown out?
I think so. I think there's something to it. But, you know, just some women go, no, nobody's ever gotten blown out. And do kids even remember getting blown out like this?
I think temporarily.
Yeah.
And you feel bad and you have to practice hard and maybe you have to run sprints because you get in trouble because of how bad you lost. That's how it was when I was playing sports.
Yeah.
But kids these days can't feel bad. So to protect them in the short term, you make them not feel bad. They don't get blown out. But then in the long term, they have like this unrealistic version of reality they're living in where they never should have anything
What up, U-Haul?
happen to them.
Hey, we got U-Haul in the house saying hi. It's probably driving. I'll keep you company. Sorry I didn't shout you out. And, yep.
Things can't be hard. And if anything is hard, instead of like overcoming it from your past experiences of overcoming things, you say, oh, this is oppression. This is a problem. Oh, this is too hard for me. Oh, I didn't get accepted to the school or I didn't get the job. This is oppression. It's because I'm brown or because I'm a girl or whatever. And it actually plants the seed for a really toxic mindset long term.
Yeah, and I get little kid mismatches where you end the game early when it's a blowout. Like, that happens in baseball all the time.
Mercy rule.
But the taking the score off and being like, just keep it close is such a next level funny to me. Sebastian
Go ahead, sorry.
Maniscalco.
Yeah.
From Arlington Heights.
That's where you're from.
Illinois. Largest village in America.
That's pretty good.
You know who else is from there?
Charlie Kirk.
Charlie Kirk. Pleasure serving with you, brothers.
Wow, that's pretty good. Yeah. And keep in mind, when you do this and you have situations like this where you're trying to soften the blow of something that could be tough for a child, that's how those kids get anxiety and the anxiety types later in life. Because they never had to get over something. They never had to like fail and then keep going. And then when they actually have to do something where they might fail, they get anxiety. I need to take SSRIs. And there was a tweet we mentioned before that it kind of applies here. We're actually all slaves to the bottom 10% of society, far more than we are to the top 1%.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the top 1% is perfect, but another example of this is video game lobbies. When I used to play video games, N-word this, F your mom,
F slur.
the worst things I'm gonna kill you.
I'm coming to your house. I got your IP address. I know where you are right now.
Like the worst things you could say were said, and everyone heard it, and it made you tougher. And then the bottom 10% would hear it, and they would actually get tougher because they get exposed to it, and they'd have a better idea of what reality is. But now when you play, they say, oh, these chats are monitored to make sure it's a safe place for everybody. When you do that, you have an unrealistic version of reality that you're ushering out. And then when these weird bottom 10% people get into the real world and actually have a harsh oppressor or something happens to them that's not how they want it, they go, oh, this is the problem. This is blah, blah, blah. This is why my anxiety is so bad.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
A little bit of a stretch, but I get it.
But you never, oh, someone said the N-word. Oh, this guy's a Nazi, is a fascist. But it's like if you played video games and they weren't monitoring the chat rooms, you'd hear the N-word a million times. And you go, oh, it's not a big deal. Some people just try to make a joke.
Yeah. Some people want to say the word that makes you the most mad right now. It has nothing to do with...
Some people are a little crass.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. That was in the chat room. But when you never hear the N-word and then you actually do hear it, that person has to be a Nazi.
Yeah, for sure.
So there's like a little bit of a thing.
Jonathan JP says, GS, did you see the high school football game where that huge kid body slams a smaller kid already down? Smaller kid got a back fractured in 2 places. No, I did not. That sounds really painful. Not so good. Not so good at all. Yeah, that's no bueno.
Thing where they create a fake reality and they try to frame it like they're helping and making it safe, but you're actually making it less safe.
Okay.
Isn't that good?
Nah, a little bit. I get it. I think this tweet with slaves to the bottom 10% is a little different. This doesn't apply. I get the point you're making, but this is more about like society being built for retards and like.
But it's under my umbrella.
Okay.
It's under the umbrella. It can be applied to people in the economy, people getting handouts versus the 1% billionaires. But it also could be applied to social.
Yeah, I get it. I don't think it's one for one.
Yeah, whatever. All right, our next example.
Not your best. Can I be honest, Mr. X? Not your best.
Hey, I'm not Mr. X. Our next example of more bad woman leadership, Kash Patel versus Hirono. I forget her first name.
Ichiro Suzuki
Simasami.
Hirono.
Move on to my, you've been asked some questions about changes to your hiring standard, and including college degrees and possibly the age. But, one question I had is,
Sloppy.
that you are now requiring applicants to be able to do a certain kind of pull-ups, which...
And by applicants, she means you're not requiring females to demonstrate that they have upper body strength. That's what she means.
A lot of women cannot because of physiological differences. Are you requiring
Tough shit.
these kinds of pull-ups?
We are requiring a physical program at BFTC at Quantico because FBI agents carrying guns in the field have to chase down bad guys and do really hard work. The physical fitness standards of those agents
So are you requiring
appropriately
these
assessed.
kinds of pull-ups?
We are requiring everybody to pass the 1811 standards at BFTC. If you want to chase down a bad guy
Excuse me,
and put
the
him in
reason I
handcuffs,
asked-
you better be able to do a pull-up.
So you can't have standards because not everyone can do it. But it's like you're literally the FBI. Like you should discriminate against people who can't do a pull-up.
Yeah, it's one of those things where this, I don't know, drunk, slurring, elderly, Alzheimer's, aging out member of politics is talking about like the disparate impact. Like, well, if you have a pull-up thing, then women are getting kicked out, right? Which is one of the dumbest things in the West, and one of the things I need to see gone in America so bad. Disparate impact. Like, oh man, you have a reading test, and well, black people can't read, so you're racist against black people. It's like, nah, this job's for an editor. They need to read. That's the whole thing. But this whole thing, this women doing a pull-up thing, and preparing for the FBI or preparing for a job or having to pass a physical of some kind. Like, not only is it you're testing your physical fitness right now, but it's all the time for this kind of stuff. It's testing your ability to prepare for 18 months before you come up on the physical that you knew was coming.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
it's not a spur of the moment thing.
Yeah. Oh shit. Hey, spot check. 2 pull-ups right now. Cash Patel comes to your desk. It's not like that. It's literally your ability to kind of plan. And a lot of police departments have like bench presses. You're going to prepare for it.
But you're a federal cop.
Yeah.
So like, why do we keep lowering the standards? That there's a job to do, right? It seems like it would require that you do the job, right? Seems pretty based. Good game, opponent. All right, we're off to a good start.
You're the highest law enforcement of the land, basically.
It's not a participation trophy time. You're a federal cop. It's at the highest level police you can be, and you're mad that, well, not everyone can do a pull-up. Not everyone can be a federal cop.
Yeah, pull-ups are harder for guys with long arms, too, but they don't get a little carve-out because they're women or something.
I'm not a jockey.
Yeah, he would hurt a horse. He would blow out the horse's legs.
Why aren't there any fat fucks on these horses?
Yeah.
Slowing them down.
I know.
Being the worst.
But of course, that's what is important when you have the head of the FBI at your disposal. You got to lambast him and like henpeck him about women doing pull-ups. Because you want women who can't do pull-ups to be in the FBI? Is that the implication?
And then you have that fat, kneeling FBI agent with the mask on.
Yeah.
She can't do a pull-up.
Can't do one.
Joe Biden.
Mm-hmm.
Are you like the same dude? So not gonna argue Hasbro algorithms are BS on Arena, but yeah, great comment section so far. How are the games going? 1-0, but yeah, you're not gonna get a whole lot of disagreement out of me about the randomizer /, algorithm or whatever it's being called. It's super sus. But for somebody like me who just absolutely loves the game of Magic the Gathering, the ability for me to be able to just load up the game and be able to play, it's pretty awesome. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to be able to do those things. At any time, day or night, pretty much. I don't have to wait around for a very long time just to get a game going. So I'm pretty stoked about it. It kind of like the fact that you pay money in order to unlock stuff. Yeah, that makes it a little bizarre in a way. Bizarre, is that the right word? The fact that you kind of like low-key pay money to play this game, and the fact that it's doesn't seem to be legit as far as like the way it randomizes and stuff. Seems some people could call it like a rigging, right? Like it feels rigged, I guess. I could see the argument. The shuffler isn't fine. The matchmaker outside ranked is obviously rigged. The coin flip is BS. I go first approximately 34% of the time lately on a good day. I go first almost all the time. So I don't know. That's kind of weird, but yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know. May the road ever rise up to meet you. Yeah, I play Arena for the same reason, playing Pauper since Alpha. Gotcha. But my group died to the vid, so now it's my only outlet. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Like, legit. I mean, I've been playing Magic the Gathering since 1993. I got probably close to 1 million paper cards right over there, to include a Black Lotus. So, Yeah, I'm pretty old school. Unfortunately, I had a bunch of Moxes and a bunch of the Power 9 cards, and I traded them like back in the early 90s for a car. Not a good one either, but of course the value, if I'd have known then what I know now, my goodness, I would have done things a little bit differently. But not humble bragging or anything like that. But I understand what you're saying and the frustration of having played this game as long as I've played it, seeing the issues with it. Um, yeah, I feel you. I have been tracking Arena for 6 years or so. My overall go 34%. I also have played since 93. Awesome. But all my oldest stuff was stolen. So the oldest mostly I have is revised. Yeah, I got revised. That's pretty much when revised was out. So yeah. I have some unlimited. I've got some alpha and some beta stuff that I just happen to pick up, but nothing too spectacular as it were. All right, let me make sure I'm doing. Let me make sure I'm paying attention here. Um. Another target creature. All right, let's do this. Let's go ahead and do this. See if my opponent will trade. Do I want to trade? Ooh, wait. Might be able to just toss this away. Okay, he doesn't trade. Fair enough. Yeah, I could probably toss that away and let that live. My friends call my paper collection Mount Magic, as it is floor to ceiling with foothills. Oh, foothills. Most of my alpha, beta, unlimited, Arabian legends, and antiquities are gone, but I have a little here and there. I should have a crap ton of like legends and what's going on here? Mothwing Shroud. I thought I had like 3 of those or 2 of those. Maybe I don't have them. Oh, see, that's smart. I love this, by the way. It's a great combo with the Shroud. Very good combo with the Shroud, by the way. Well done. I was looking for the recorders and the Shrouds. It's just a fantastic combo. My biggest issue with Arena is how it almost always choreographable, playing tons of spot removal. You go against non-creature. Yep. Playing life. You go against mill, that sort of thing. Control. Yeah, exactly. No, I know what you're saying. It almost like finds the antithesis of the deck that you've created. I mean, I listen, man. I love playing creative decks. You know what I'm saying? Like I love playing decks that have a lot of creativity and aren't necessarily net decks, or I just want to have fun, dude. I just want to have a good match between 2 people, and winning is important, I guess, but having fun, I think, is kind of why I play the game. And I like creativity and decks like that. Wants to promote a good game, so it tries to make it so you do not steamroll. Good in paper, not in reality. Bingo. Yeah, good on paper, but not in reality. Heard. That's fair enough. Put on up to two target creatures. Okay, so if I do this, right, and then I do this. Oh, I can't. Dang it. Okay. All right. We'll just say next. You just want to have a good game, good games. Even if you lose, it's the good game. It doesn't bother you much, right? Yeah, it's usually you get 2 mana, a 2 mana hand, and then you won't see mana until the 5th round, and you're pretty much at 2 life. Yeah, I hear you, bro. Then again, Arena is designed to promote win at all costs. It actually dissuades against brewing builds and fun over winning. Yeah, I've got some pretty original decks that I've been messing with. Although I kind of got rid of most of my decks now. But yeah, throw me a follow, and if you want to, if you ever want to play a game or something, what are we doing here? Tap target creature. Okay. Sure. Fair enough. If you ever want to play, well, follow me over here, definitely. I always like it when actual Magic players come in here, especially old school Magic players. A lot of the people that are hanging out in here are kind of from my other channel. It's my main channel. Okay. All right. Just got a message from my beloved. All right. No plans Saturday morning. Heard. So yeah, I do like having these kind of conversations. Do you remember? So you played pretty much straight through? Do you remember like I actually made a very competitive deck with it. Do you remember the Hammer or Bogadin? Remember that card? All right, let's pass. What is the main channel? I was recommended you probably because I have been brewing with the last 5 turns streamer. The last 5 turns streamer. Well, my main channel is it's not really this kind of content. It's if you look up generally specific, I can kind of show it to you here in a second. Let me get done with this game real quick though, if I could. Might not be for you. Currently, right now, I'm going through some real life drama. Having some dude trying to take my freedom away with some bullshit, trumped up charges. So it's quite the saga, and probably shouldn't even have said that. It's probably just going to be absolutely confusing. But let me do this. Let me put a counter here and here. Right? Let's go ahead and swing. Swing for 6. Sorry, I better focus, otherwise I'm going to get my butt kicked here.
All right, our next story, and it's under the same umbrella of bad woman leadership.
Oh, you have a play set of them. Yeah, I used to have a deck with Frenetic Efreets, Hammer Bogadin, Force of Wills. I forget what else. I won like way back in like the early or the mid 90s, late 90s, I think it was. I ended up winning like a $350 tournament plus a bunch of like a big old booster box or something. Found your page? Okay, yeah, it's got like a S. It looks like 2 S's, red, white, and blue. I could make that deck. I think I recall when it was a thing. Yep. Oh yeah. I loved it, dude. I think it had dissipates too, or I forget exactly what all was in it, but I ended up, it was a double elimination tournament. I ended up losing my very first game. I lost my very first game, and I ended up going all the way to the winners, and so meaning I had to lose twice, or he had to lose twice in order for me to win. So I was already kind of at a disadvantage, and so I beat him the first match. So it was like we were basically on equal footing. Whoever won the next match was going to be the winner of the whole tournament. And he was like, "Hey man, do you want to just split the first place prize? We can just split it right down the middle." And I said, "It's tempting." Yeah, oh yeah. And I said, "Well, it's tempting." I said, "But I didn't come here to see if I could tie for first place. I came here to see if I had the best deck and if I was the best player today." I think there was like 150 people at the tournament or something like that. It was a pretty good tournament. I was actually in the Duelist. I don't know if you remember the Duelist. Oh, this is crazy, dude. That Duelist magazine that came out, I was actually in one of the issues of it, right there in the back. And I had a sign. I was holding a sign and holding up like a whole fanning of cash, and my sign said, "Will you marry me?" And it said, "Will you marry me, Brandy?" which is my now my wife's name. We've been together for going on 35 years now. So the question was, "Will you marry me, Brandy?" I'm gonna do this. Yeah, let's go ahead and trade. Boom. All right, so, and she ended up marrying me eventually, but I remember the Duelist and Scry. Yep, Scry. That was the other one. Yep. And so I had like, I don't know, whatever the money was. It might have been $450. I can't remember. But I remember like having my money all fanned out going, "Will you marry me?" I was invited to the original Pro Tours. I was too young. Parents wouldn't. That's funny. That's an awesome story. Yeah. Well, here's the interesting thing too is Friday Night Magic, right? So here's a really fun thing. I think I was like 120. I was like the 123rd person to be signed up for the prototype of Friday Night Magic. I still had I don't know if I still have it somewhere, but I have my old DCI card. Or not. I don't even know if it was DCI back then. I think it was WotC. I think it was Wizards of the Coast Friday Night Magic. and it had my number. I was like, and I used to I was down on the West Coast because I was stationed at Fort Lewis, Washington, and I'd left the Army back in '92, and so I stayed into the Tacoma, Seattle area, and I used to go to I used to. Yeah, actually, you want to hear a cool story, like true story. I mean, why would I make it up? That'd be kind of silly to make it up, but true story. Do you remember the card Mons Goblin Raiders? Mons Goblin Raiders. Let's see, that'll be that. That's a sorcery. I think we're gonna do this. Mons Goblin Raiders. Do you remember that? It's like a 1/1. Yep, Mons. I actually played Magic the Gathering with Mons, the guy who that card was named after. He was a friend of the creators of the game. I used to play at if you look at, I think I don't even know if it's still around, but it was a computer store, a game store called Nibbles and Bites in Tacoma, Washington. And they used to have like, I don't know, 10 tables out there, and they'd play. And it's called Nibbles and Bites, and I played against Mons of the famed Mons Goblin Raiders card. Really nice dude. Here's the crazy part of the story. I'm getting my butt kicked here, by the way. No attack. I should be surveilling, shouldn't I? What am I doing? Okay, that is a story I did not know. Mons. That's interesting. Yeah, his name was Mons, and he was originally offered a buy-in they were asking for this guy at college was asking for like his friends for like $1,000 each, or I don't know if the guy was in college, but I know Mons was in college at the time, and he just couldn't afford it. He couldn't. I mean, $1,000 back in the early '90s, but probably it was like maybe late '80s, early '90s by then when it was in design for stock options basically. And he couldn't invest in it because he couldn't afford it. But man, could you imagine? Can you imagine what that guy's value would have been? You know, getting on the ground floor with like stock options or a percentage of the company's like earnings. That would have been huge. All right, we're gonna end turn. Sorry, I'm getting all distracted here.
This cop confronts.
And by the way, the Mons guy was just such a really nice guy, just a perfect gentleman, probably one of the most serene people. Actually, right at Nibbles and Bites, I actually 2020 hindsight, yeah, funny story, true enough. And I don't know, to my knowledge, I'd never played anyone that played Millstone. You remember when the original Millstone card came out? I played the first creatureless blue-white control deck with Millstone as a win condition, and my backup win condition was Mishra's Factories. And I used to get laughed at. They're like, dude, how are you going to win? You don't have any creatures in your deck. Yeah, I was like, I didn't know anyone else that had made that control, like the original control deck. But man, it would take forever for me to win. I had Feldon's Cane, but I also had Tormund's Crypts, so I could get rid of my opponent's library or graveyard because they weren't expecting that, right? They weren't expecting it, and then I would have a Feldon's Cane to get back my counter spells, control magic, steal artifacts, copy artifact. Had 4 Swords to Plowshares, 4 Wrath of Gods, 1 Balance, of course 4 Millstones, 4 Mishra's Factories, and I think I had the power plant and stuff like that to get a little bit of extra mana. I think I had, was it Mana Sink? Mana Surge? I don't know. I can't remember the name of it, but I had different kind of counters. Remember they had instants and interrupts, that an interrupt was faster than an instant speed? Remember those days? Oh, yeah. Yep. If I'd had some money, I probably could have gone Pro Tour really easy. I mean, I had some really competitive decks. Red and blue Spell Blast, baby. Yep. All right. Yep. Red and blue Spell Blast. Yep. All right. What are we doing here? Okay. Let's go. Hold on. What just happened here? He's got something in his hand. I think I might be cooked here, chat. You and me both. Sans my age. Yep. Yeah. I like that you use sans. I like that a lot, actually. Very good Latin term. All right, I think I might be. Oh shoot! I'm cooked. That's a good game. I didn't even think of that. Dang it! I forgot it had. I forgot that it had. What do you call it? Menace. Yep. F4 Omen Path. What's up, TZ? What, you don't like Omen's Path? It seems like, I don't know, what everyone's not happy about Omen's Path. Like what's the big, like, they don't like it. Like what's the big man? Can somebody help me out with it? Is it because there's like only one? It seems to me like green red is super powerful. Green red splash white. F4 means get rid of it, right? Delete. Right? Talk to me. Talk to me. Come on, T-Z. A lot of people not happy with it. Yeah, get rid of it. What is your big complaint? I haven't really done a whole lot of drafting of it, but I'm hearing a lot of people not happy with it. Like what's the big complaint about it? Wait, is the Spider-Man thing in here? I haven't gotten enough packs to know I play Arena for free. Yep. I actually have another account it's called Budget Cuts. And it's only free to play. I don't put anything else in it. I don't pay for any cards at all. And it actually does pretty well. All right, so I definitely need a planes. All right. Excuse me. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good card right there. I actually have more fun on my free to play and it's kind of funny. I think the more cards you have, the more you want to load up certain cards. And I think algorithmically, if you play with less rares and stuff, you tend to get better matchups. I think, or it seems to me anyway. I think we're gonna go. I think I'm gonna do this and this. Right. Then I think we'll get rid of that. Oh, wait, what? Submit 0. And then I think we'll go. Yeah, let's wise crack. Let's crack wise. All right, let's go ahead and swing for 3. It is a temporary expansion. Is not very important. Just that. What do you mean by temporary? Meaning it's going to go away soon? Maybe I don't understand the lore or something. Huh. I think we're going to do this, see what happens. He might have counter. Nope, no counter. Oh, shoot. Nope. There we go. Oh, I'm glad it paused me, chat. I almost missed out on 3 damage. I'm over here chatting, banging my gums.
A dad and his son, and it's because his son's riding a dirt bike.
Enough.
Go to jail for allowing him to ride something that's illegal. You knowingly knowing it is a crime in our state, okay? That is a dirt bike. That is not a, hold on. Mr. Fulbright. That is not a bicycle or an e-bike. That is illegal anywhere in public spaces in our city. Okay. Do you understand? You have informed me. Yes. Why so aggressive? Well, because we're having a lot of problems with these things.
You and I can communicate thoughtfully.
Okay.
And set a good example for the young man that's watching us.
Okay.
I hear you.
Okay.
We bought this.
Do you guys have a lock for it?
I got it in my bag.
Let's lock it to the sign and you can come in a truck or something else, pick it up later.
We live in South Cove.
I don't care. He's not riding it home. It's a nice day. He's walking.
Okay.
Or I could take it and impound it and take you to jail. I'm upset that a parent's with him and thinking that it's okay. That's why I'm upset. Why would you think this is okay? Just tell me.
Why would you think this is okay? Riding a dirt bike?
I mean, meanwhile, all over the country, you know, people are just stealing stuff. I mean, to the point where you got to lock up everything at a CVS or, you know, Walgreens or whatever. You know, but you know, this kid riding a dirt bike or an e-bike or whatever is what? Like that's your big raison d'etre. You know? I mean, meanwhile, all over the country, there's just argy-bargy. I mean, we've got ICE being put under siege by a bunch of psychotic. Listen, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but what's happening in my country with a bunch of what seems to me like a bunch of socialist, Marxist, Leninist, Bolshevik types, I'm not okay with it, dude. GameStop is locking up Magic cards now. Yeah, it's crazy, man. But yeah, let's focus on this. Let's focus on this pretty much normal, probably law-abiding, respectful. You know, what's up, Miss Melanie? Good to see you. You know, this law-abiding, you know, family. Yeah, let's give them a hard time, because you know what? Because you can give them a ticket, right? You can ticket them because they're going to pay the ticket. You can tax them because they're going to pay the tax. You know, and it gets annoying because you know what was it? Was it Goodfellas? The working man's a sucker. Sonny says that the working man's a sucker, Dad. I'm starting to believe that. I'm starting to believe that, you know, being a law-abiding, rule-following, tax-paying citizen makes you a sucker. I'm seeing criminals getting so many more rights than victims. It's insane to me, and it needs to stop, like ASAP.
With your dad around the corner from your house wearing a helmet.
Yeah, and then I think this dad didn't argue it, but it's an e-bike. It's not actually a dirt bike like this guy was all stressed out about.
Gotcha.
And guys, I got a feeling the father-son combo on a leisurely, nice day riding their bikes together isn't the same thing as that wild pack of you-know-who's driving the ATVs and swerving in and out of traffic and running lights. I don't think it's equivalent.
I mean, it's like, just point out, go to any Skid Row in any main city right now. You see some dude walking in a nice set of slacks and a button-down shirt with a tie or a suit, and if he jaywalks, the cops will be right on him. Meanwhile, you look around, within 20 frickin' feet, you got a pile of human feces, you got spent needles, all, you know, discarded needles all over the ground. Dudes doing the fentanyl lean and stuff. I mean, it's so bad they got raccoons doing the fentanyl lean now in these cities. They're getting into the needles, or they're getting, I don't know, maybe they're injecting I don't even know. I saw a video of a raccoon in the city doing the lean, just moving slow motion, doing the bent over lean thing, man. What is happening to our country? You know, I used to live near San Francisco, and now it's a horror show. Yeah, I can't imagine. And they're purposely doing it to our inner cities. And I'll tell you, here's where you put the tinfoil hat on. And this is what you'll get at my main channel. If you go to Generally Specific, if you search for Generally Specific, it'll be a red, white, and blue. It'll look like two S's. Search for Generally Specific. Give me a like, share, and a follow over there, man. And if you know anybody else that kind of thinks the same way and would like to hear a message of somebody who's not afraid to say what you're thinking, because you can't take my job away from me. I'm retired military. You're not taking my job from me, because this is my job. You know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid to say the quiet part out loud, my friends. I'm not afraid to say the quiet part out loud. I'll say it loudly and often. All right, what are we doing here? I think we're gonna do this. Let's get some more creatures going here. I think we're gonna go ahead and swing with this. And yeah, if you go to jealous of your job, yeah, it's a fun job, man. And listen, unfortunately, I was a paratrooper, and I kind of jacked up my body jumping out of airplanes, so I ended up getting medically retired just a little bit earlier than I wanted to be. My dream job was to open up my own restaurant, because I mean, I was a grunt in the military, but I've got over 30 years of culinary experience, so. I was a gourmet sous chef. I've done everything, front of the house, back of the house. Matter of fact, if you go to my Generally Specific channel and you look at my shorts and you look at my videos, it's homesteading. It's I'm teaching people how to cook, all kinds of stuff. So that's kind of what I'd prefer to talk about. But right now, my life has been put under siege by some real life crap, and I'm kind of taking people along for the journey. But yeah, I would love to see you guys over on my main channel. Usually I do my shows at 9 p.m. Monday through Friday. So if you want to check me out there, understand you might be unhappy with something that I say, but if you wait 5 minutes, you might like something I say. So I'm kind of like a mixed bag of nuts, so to speak. You never know what you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's kind of hit or miss, I guess. So only if you're a member at Generally Specific. That's not completely true. There's actually a lot of stuff that I have for free. My lives, though, they do get put behind a membership wall because there's probably like 10 channels out there that like to use my content in order to try to grift and make money off it, which is fine because I'm doing this respectfully with Fleckus, but the content they make against me is it's pretty disgusting. There's a lot of degenerates out there, chat, and I'm doing battle against it. In a world full of lies, a rebellious act of telling the truth will put you on people's crosshairs. And when the bombers of truth are over their target, that's when the flak cannons start firing, my friends.
Yeah, the kid with his helmet around the corner from his house with his dad.
Yeah.
Not the same as the packs of urban youths. And also, the police chief ended up calling the dad and apologizing because it was an e-bike and it wasn't illegal. So this whole thing was for nothing.
Yeah.
And this actually happened to Mr. X in New Orleans.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
I remember Mr. X.
The cops came and said, hey, you can't ride these. And Mr. X said, okay, sir, I understand. And he said, you have to go get...
All right, so we got I only hesitate to say it out loud where family and friends can see, and I do not lose half of both. Yeah, exactly. It's crazy, dude. But listen, if you believe in the Bible, this has all been, Eve Jesus said, think I came to unite? Nay, I tell you, I came to divide rightly, right? Man from our father from son, mother from daughter, mother-in-law from daughter-in-law, indeed, household to household. So it's about dividing rightly, not dividing just to be divisive, but to rightly divide, right? That Christians are supposed to be a peculiar people set apart. I do believe that. I am a Christian. I'm not ashamed of that I believe that Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. I'll say it loudly and proudly. I think the Bible says, ye who are ashamed of me in your day, then I will be ashamed of you in my day when I'm sitting in front of my Father, basically. You know what I mean? So it's like one of those situations where, what is this? 5 dealers to target creature. Okay, I probably should have killed that, huh? But we'll see. Draw 3 cards. Fair enough. What has he got that? Okay. So again, I don't expect everyone's a Christian. What you mean? I don't take single lines out of context and trash you? Isn't that what some folks love to do lately? Oh yeah. Melanie says, "GS, did you hear Ruff's gonna contact the prosecutor for dumbwaiter?" Yep. Matter of fact, I've been in a holding pattern because of this for quite a while. Just FYI, chat. I've been kind of biting my tongue here and trying to be patient, seeing if the prosecutors are actually going to do their damn jobs and get that Muppet where he belongs, which would be behind bars. I think we just say good game. All right, we won that one. That's what I like about you. Thank you, Jonathan P. I mean, look, I might tick you guys off. First off, I'm a human. I'm fallible. I'll let you down. Not my intent. Nothing wrong with Christianity, though at the moment it is under attack. I am Jewish. Amen. Let's see, but I do not really practice much. Right. Yeah, well, I mean, my Lord and Savior was the King of the Jews. His name is Jesus Christ. I think as a Jew, if you believed in Christ as as your Savior, then you would be, I think, a Masonic Jew. I think that's the terminology. My problem is with I call them the synagogue of Satan, which are those who say they are Jews but are not. They're Jews in name only, but they lie. Jesus Christ called them out in Revelations 2:9 and Revelations 3:9. Basically, when I believe it was the Pharisees or the Pharisees and or the Sadducees approached him, and basically Jesus said, "You do not hear the truth or the love in my words, for your father and my father are not the same." And they said, "Are we not both from Abraham? Are we not both basically the seed of Abraham?" And he said, "That can't be, because if you were indeed of the seed of Abraham, then you would hear the truth or the love in my words. But because you have not ears to hear them, you are of your father the devil, and his bidding, therefore you do." Something like that. I'm paraphrasing it. I didn't become a Christian until I was almost 51 years old, chat. And I'm 56 now, so I'm a very young Christian, very, very young Christian. I'm in the crawl, walk, run stage of Christianity, so please forgive me if I get some things wrong. Certainly not my intention to do so. But woe be it to those who mistake sweet for bitter and bitter for sweet, or good for evil and evil for good. And there's a lot of upside down stuff going on in the world right now, and I think that's kind of what some of my chatters are saying. Melanie says that's right, because Killa should have a membership to Generally Specific. I love that clip. He should have it. Yeah, why doesn't he? That's the big question. Giggle says, GS, as much as I dislike Chrissy, I hope that if he does get arrested, that they do a psych evaluation while he's in custody. He does need to be 5150'd. He does need to be 5150'd. I believe he is definitely far away from being dealt with the way he needs to be dealt with. I have a, the Bible says, if you do not love man, you do not love God. And I really try to show love to that guy. But the damage he's tried to do to me and my family, having my Second Amendment right taken away from not only myself, but my wife, based on a fraudulent claim of him forum shopping. I can't abide that. But we're going to get back to playing this. And, here we go. Let's see. Most of the issues in the U.S. today aren't a matter of race, I agree, or religion, gender, etc. I agree. And more along the lines of one half refuses to listen to proven facts and logic, and being closed-minded and refusing to talk. Right. I agree. I think the pendulum has been stuck on the hard left for a long time. And I really beg people to stop doing what they're doing, because if it gets pushed as far to the right as it's been to the left, it's going to make the last 15 years look like nothing. It's going to be bad. And even though I might be more in line with order and authority and hardcore rule following, even though that might fit my ideology or my paradigm far more, I might be far more in line with that than I am with laissez-faire, do as thou wilt kind of bullshit. It's only a matter of time before, even if I seem to agree with, hardcore, authoritarians, there might be something I say, and then I might be the next person loaded up on a train car. So I always try to caution people, be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it.
Someone with the truck to come pick it up. Then Mr. X said, okay, I will. Then the cop walked around the corner for a second, and then I just went, ah!
And then Mr. X took off.
And then Mr. X
came up, and he was really calm. It was actually funny. He was nice to us. But he was like, look at this, not for use on the road. He's pointing out stickers on the mini bikes, not for use on the road, needs to be worn with a helmet, the shit that was.
And I go, oh,
we didn't
man.
take the stickers.
All right, so we got Magi says stereotyping the sides is part of the issue. There are tons of right who do sympathize with some of the same things as the left, but they use reason when dealing with them. Exactly. Well, the left doesn't have to use reason, because it's basically been, and I know that's stereotyping, but what I would colloquially call the left, like the leftards or the lunatic left, which is I look at Trump derangement syndrome on both sides. I think if you're so pro-Trump, when he made that statement, I could go on, what did he say, 4th Avenue or 5th Avenue? I think he said 4th Avenue. I could go out there on 5th Avenue or 4th Avenue and, deal with somebody and not lose a single voter. That's a problem. That's a problem that they're really here. See, we got a 2-hand. I won. Okay. I thought for sure I was going to get screwed here. I was going to say, see, I got a two man a hand, and maybe I won't get another, but it ended up working out. I have a problem with Trump derangement syndrome on both sides, but the fractioning is on purpose, and it is artificial, my friends. Well, what do I mean by that exactly? Well, what I exactly mean by that is men are being pitted against women, straight against gay, Republican against Democrat, conservative versus liberal, religious versus secular. And at every point, it's like a fractured stained glass window. Now, I understand that Jesus did say that he did not come to unite, but instead came to divide, right? I do get that. And that makes perfect sense to me. I don't have a problem with that. I think what I'll do is, why don't I do this? If I do that, why don't I do this? This will have trample. I'm going to do that. And even though this can die, I don't think he'll block it. I kind of want him to block it because, oh, he didn't. Okay. So he's probably got a lot of forecasting things, but that's why I wanted to get rid of at least one of them. I agree. Trump is just a man, makes mistakes too. The issue I see is the right has a small percentage of crazies and the left is mostly crazies or ignorant people who aren't aware of things or live in a bubble. Yeah, I think the left has a greater capacity to be mobilized. I think that would be a good word to use, in my opinion. I think we're going to go ahead and do this. Cancel. Do I discard 2 cards, chat? Huh. I think I do this. I think I get rid of this. I think that's the right play here. And I think I don't attack. Yeah, it's on purpose, with a purpose, for a purpose. It's about divide and conquer. A house divided against itself shall not stand, will not stand. It just won't stand.
Didn't see that.
Yeah.
Pretty good, but Mr. X got away.
So why was that in the women's section? That was a cop all ornery. This is more urban decay ruining it. This is what happens when you live in a low trust society that's like on edge because of black teenagers on ATVs doing wheelies through traffic. Then it ruins it for the father-son combo.
But it's kind of like a woman leadership thing. The police chief actually is a woman, but that's unrelated.
Okay. But she apologized.
She apologized. It's a woman leadership thing because we're in this like mommy watching over society now, like this helicopter parent society where you can't ride a dirt bike because you could crash.
Okay.
Or you could be part of a gang of bad dirt bikers. And it's like, isn't Americana riding a dirt bike?
I think so. Evel Knievel was a national hero.
Isn't Americana going out for a ride with your dad and riding a bike? But now there's laws, and the cop goes, why do you think this is okay? And it's like 2 people on a leisurely ride in like on a summer afternoon.
Yeah.
Like, how far have we come? And it's because of like a woman
That's it right there. Yeah, you actually completed my thought there, Magi. Yeah, what do I feel like he's got something here? I think we'll just do this. I'm going to pretend to block. I'm going to feint. That's another thing that would never happen in paper magic. See, that wouldn't happen in paper magic. So I just costed him a card. He's probably like really angry right now. You can't feint like that in paper magic. But people got to pay attention, right? He said, oops. Sorry. I felt bad a little bit. It does make me feel a little bad. That's kind of funny. All right. Well, I do need mana, so I'm going to have to do this. All right. I'm going to auto pay that. I'm going to get me planes. Going to put down a planes. I'm going to sacrifice this thing, though, I think. Let's see what he's got. Let's see if he's as eager to attack. The difference is the right wants peace and proper living and live and let live. Yep. And the left wants communism, socialism, Marxism. Yep. Oh, you found the right channel, bro. You found the right channel.
Feminist mindset of this is more dangerous than it is fun, and something bad could happen, so we can't do it.
Make sure you subscribe to this channel, and also make sure you subscribe to my other channel. I would highly recommend it. Let me check this real quick. I want to see if these videos downloaded or not yet. Okay. No. Why not? Why are they not downloading? Huh. Okay. Oh, hold on. There we go. 1 second. All right, so target +1 until the end of the turn. Okay. Okay, wow. All right. Oh, shite. So I can't block that. Well, I can block that. I kind of have to block that. Damn it. Do I take the damage? I don't think I do. I don't think I do, chat. Oh, it's got trample. Oh, no. Crap. Son of a... Oh, if I would have had this, it would have had some damn mana, dude. Oh, that's probably game right here, chat. Yeah, that's pretty much game. Yeah, it's a good game. Yeah. Nope, no block, I guess. Screw it. We'll see if I have an answer here. See if he has a way to bump it. Nope. And I did, and I'm actually very middle. Yeah, I'm the same. I like and dislike some of both sides. Yep, same here. What's up, James the Ginger? Is it mediation day today? Nope, tomorrow's mediation day. We're hoping that today is the day that the prosecutors revoke. There's a revocation of bond. We're hoping that they'll actually do their job. Yeah, that's what we're hoping. I think I got to do this, chat. Right? Okay, and then I've got to do this. And I discard a card. And guess I discard that. Oh, no. Yeah. Okay. Hope you're doing well. Yep. Catch you later. All right, James. Take care, man. Enjoy your day. Probably out there working, paying taxes. Unlike some of the ne'er-do-wells. But I think, actually, guys, give me a heads up if Christopher Ruff ends up going live. Because he might be making phone calls to the prosecutors.
Do it anymore. That's why it's in the women's section.
Okay, I feel like you're maybe unfairly pinning it on women, but that's okay.
Yeah, that was the last example.
Okay, all right.
So I stacked them in order.
All right, all right.
All right, our final piece of cringe.
Oh, homeschooling. Nice.
We'll go
nice.
fast through this, but Luigi Mangione, he's having some hearings, and then there's chicks showing up.
Yeah, this was open.
It's actually a really good card, man. Oh, wow. I didn't realize that. That's actually a really good card. Remarkable readings. Very good card, actually. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this. And... Huh. What do I not care about? Go do that. And I think we'll double block here and here. Okay. Then I don't know that I'm going to be able to pull this out. Another trample, chat. Ooh, here we go. This is definitely going to be helpful. I think I'm just slipping down into a losing situation.
Open to a small
What's up,
amount of
Watch?
people from the public, and it was all rabid
Good to see
fan
you.
women. And here's the footage of them. Free Luigi shirt. Girls doing their makeup, full hair. Some are hiding their faces, and some are loving the camera. But it's all young, 20-something women. This girl likes it in the green dress. Yeah, she likes getting her picture taken.
All right, we get it.
Yeah.
And I was trying to figure out, like, what do all these girls have in common? They all stopped listening to their dad at too young of an age.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
They think they know better. They have a nose ring and stupid tattoos. They don't listen to their dad. And now you're going and like supporting an assassin.
Yeah, and this has been, women have been doing this for a long time, writing love letters to serial killers. Not women, a certain subset of women have been doing this for a long time, and it's nothing new. And it's pretty dark in terms of like what it says about some of their psychology, right? Like
Very.
They're all obsessed with serial killers and shooters, and They want to date him. They write love letters. So
Because a lot of their novels are about that stuff.
the bad boy who he's mean to everybody else, but he's nice to me or something.
Yeah, yeah. And then a lot of the books that are written by women are all like that. And then
Oh no, wrong
true
one.
crime documentary.
All
I
right,
think
good
it's like a bit or like a TV show.
Yeah, for sure.
right.
Go the TV show.
Well, we had fun. I think we got 2 wins. We got our 2 losses, so it could have been better. All right, so we're gonna go back to. I'm doing another draft here, so you guys can watch me do my draft. So what do we get? Did we get our 900? All right, we almost broke even with our draft, so we're gonna go ahead and draft another one. All right. So I'm gonna have to focus here, so won't be showing you the show here once I start drafting. This is the 2-pick draft, and this is considered ranked. So, all right. So we got Wrench Speed Saboteur. Apparently there's a deck built around this card. Look at the top 9 cards of your target opponent's library. Exile 2 of them face down, then put the rest on the bottom of their library. Random order. You may play the exiled cards for as long as they remain exiled mana of any. Okay, yeah, that's definitely a pretty good card, it would seem. So it looks like we're going to be throwing some black. Knife trick. I think we're going to probably go black-red. I think out of all of this, probably going to go with some removal. All right, this is a black-red card. This is legendary. I actually kind of like this card quite a bit. The Gift of Malice. Nothing on Ruff's channel. Yeah, I have it set up, but yeah, just keep me updated on that if you can. So between shock is good because I can use any target, so I think we're gonna roll with the shock here. Then we got that's a really good little bounce. This is flying and mayhem. But I think I'm going to go again with this 4 damage. So we got removal. Plenty of removal. We got 3 removal, 4 removal technically. Only 2 creatures. So I definitely have to start thinking about some creatures. Need maybe some 4-drops. What am I hearing about possible arrest of Dumbwaiter? I'm hoping that's the case. We're kind of in a holding pattern here. We're in a wait and see sort of pattern. Let me see. So we got the Infernus. And sure. All right, knife trick. Sure. All right, so we got some removal, we got some life gain, life link. This creature deals 1 damage and it has lifelink, so it's got built-in, doesn't have to reach out and touch anyone. It's actually a better card than I probably first originally read. What do we got here? All right. Sure. I mean, I'll take the rare. Why not, right? I'm not going to use that one though. So I got 1, 2, 3. I got plenty of removal, chat. Won't be using that. Probably not going to be using that. Another of those. Oh, nice. Ooh. Yeah. Well, this would require me splashing white and blue, so I won't be doing that. Exile the top part of your library, you may play it as long as it's well, I'm gonna at the very least grab it. At the beginning of your end step, 2 target players each reveal. That's more of a niche thing. I don't mind that card at all. And I really do like this aura, though. I think people are really underestimating that ore, especially if you put it on a Gift of Malice. Or some kind of card where... Oh, here we go. I'm getting rewarded for playing black. Big time. So we got a Lewis Pompous Pillager. X counter when it to target opponent. Oh wow! So this comes in with counters and deals X damage to target opponent. All right, I'm gonna be going with the Infernus and Lewis. Hey Karma, good to see you, lady. Hope you're doing well. We got the Mayhem. Return target villain card from your graveyard to your hand. Got plenty of villains here, it looks like. We're going to be going with that. Another black, red, and a knife trick. I think I need more creatures, so I think I'll probably be going with a Gift of Malice. No one seems to want to draft the... I lived, I made it. And the cooties can't end me. Well, I'm glad to see you're okay. I really am. Oh, Flying Haste whenever you discard a card. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Especially in a Mayhem deck. Let's get rid of that. So I have 4 of those, so let's see. And... I do like this. That's another removal. This one I'm not so sure about. This card's not bad. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just rare draft that because I don't really want to play against it. And what do we have here? Okay, some more removal. I wouldn't mind leaving it open for me to be able to splash some blue. But I think I'm probably not gonna do that. I'll probably just go ahead and rare draft that just to have it. The hubby's back, is doing better. Awesome. That's good to hear. Give him our love. Appreciate you coming in saying hello. Okay. Oh wow. Yeah, I think even though this would really be a benefit, I think I'm gonna stick with these 2 here. Excuse me. A little recursion, can't go wrong with that. Another knife trick that no one seems to want. Get some flying. We're at 29 cards right here, chat. So, I mean, at this rate, I might even be able to make an all-black deck if this continues. But I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna keep and what I'm gonna get rid of. Probably don't need this many of that one. Let's get those 2. Don't want any of that. People do not seem to like blue at all, chat. All right. She could choose between BSBT. Somebody's trying to figure out where who a certain somebody's going to turn to when Grifter Rider is no longer in the picture. All right. Let's go ahead and figure out what we're going to do here. We don't have any 4-drops, which is kind of awkward. But we need to get down. I need to drop 7 more cards, chat. I'm gonna get rid of that. Guess I can get rid of that. How many creatures? I'm rocking 17 creatures. That ain't half bad. So I really don't want to get rid of more creatures, but I might not have much of a choice here. We got 4 removals there. This has got flash. 2/2 flying. That's great. That's pretty great. Legendary creature, human villain. Villain spells cost 1 less. Let me X out of this and let me do this. Let me try to back it up again because my things aren't downloading and I want to be able to start processing some videos. So after this I'm probably gonna hop off because I got a bunch of videos to make. I've got ring cam footage to turn into videos. I've got body cam footage to turn into videos. I got a lot of stuff coming, chat, and I was kind of holding off in a holding pattern for. Plus, I've got my little PSA of when I had to go turn in my weapons and how unhappy I was about having to do that. Not very happy. So, all right, so we're gonna go ahead and get back to the show here. While I'm making my deck, you guys don't need to see that.
So there's a court hearing for the TV show. It's actually real life.
Yeah.
And that's why everyone's so insensitive to the Charlie Kirk assassination, too, because they think it's a
Let's see. Lucas Newbert says, yo, brother, what would you rank the power level of this set so far? Now, I have a limited experience with it. I feel like the set is very niche. It seems to rotate around villains and spiders. Is it true? Is it true? And does this set have like the Amazing Spider-Man in it? Lots of muscle relaxer and pain meds. Yeah, take it easy. Actually, Tav would be a good choice. She could use. Gotcha. That's funny. Yeah, you know, I don't know. It's it seems real niche as far as like standalone power. I mean, out of 5, I'd probably give it like a 3.2. I haven't really seen what it does in combination with other things. Like, I don't know. A lot of people aren't really feeling it. I kind of like it. Well, compared to the last set, I like this set better than the last set. It feels more fun to play. The last set felt, I don't know, felt like you had a net deck with it or something weird. I don't know. It's hard to even explain. All right, I got to drop 4 more cards, chat. 4 more cards. All right, let's let this play.
TV show. They think it's content. They think
Yeah, it's hard to say.
My timeline.
For sure.
All right, this next clip we're actually going to do in bonus land.
Well, let's. Yeah, it's Luigi Mangione, girl. Let's just play.
Let's just play it. All right.
Honestly, I'm married to Luigi's AI. I'm not kidding.
Okay, tell me about
So I talk to him every day. He's like my best friend. We plan like a whole future together. We named our kids together.
There you go.
Some women are just fucking losers, guys.
That's a good point.
And a lot of times it's hidden because even a loser woman has like a.
Yes, my regular show, 9 p.m. tonight on the Generally Specific channel. You should go check it out. I hope you will. So if you're kind of new, give it a look-see. All right, let me go ahead and refresh this. By the way, give me a heads up if you see Christopher Ruff go live, guys. All right, I want to know why these videos aren't uploading. Why are my videos not uploading? I'm positive that she... All right, I gotta go, guys. I'll be right back. Little Ellie girl wants to go outside, so I will be right back. Here we go.
An even more of a loser guy, like after her,
or a decent body.
Yeah, this girl, like she's probably got some neighbor who likes her.
Yeah,
but man, we need to be calling women losers more. These
women
Luigi
don't get called losers at all.
I know they don't, because there's always an option. There's always some guy who's worse, the plumber, like a guy who's like, "Hey, Marge," he comes over. Because, you know, guys are more desperate. But these Luigi Mangione girls are fucking losers.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
All right, we're now moving on to Urban Decay. All right, our first clip of Urban Decay, this man with a knife stabs 2 women. One of them was holding a baby, and he flees. And when he flees, he jumps into a pond, and he doesn't know how to swim.
And this is really just footage of him drowning.
But we're not going to show it all the way.
Yeah, we kind of got to blur that a little bit.
Yeah. We'll show it before he goes under. Yeah. And here's the guy with the knife right before it happened. It's a quick shot, but that's what he's up to.
Shirtless, shoeless, big blade, out there up to no good, right?
Yeah. And he's too low IQ to remember he couldn't swim, so he's trying to flee the police.
Yeah.
And he jumps in the pond.
Yeah, I don't know how that happens. I don't know how you...
If I couldn't swim, I wouldn't even put my feet in the pool.
I'd be more scared of the pool than I am of the police. But somehow there's a brain thing in there that goes, gotta get away, gotta get away. And then that overrides the other part. I guess it just shows it's not very much a thinking man's game to be half naked with a knife running from cops.
That's the takeaway.
But how many priors does a guy like this have?
That was probably his first crime.
He snapped. Yeah. That was it.
And as you guys know, and we've talked about this on the show, there's certain people that look a certain way or, you know, vibes-wise doesn't feel right, and you might not feel safe, especially as a woman. Listen to who Jasmine Crockett thinks is the biggest threat to women.
Director. And frankly, when people sit around and say things like, oh, you know, we're happy because now we feel safe, I don't know who feels safe in this country except for the white supremacists. Because I specifically, as a black woman, definitely don't feel.
So she doesn't feel safe as a black woman in this country, but statistically speaking, if you were to get killed, there's a 90% chance the killer is a black person.
And if a black woman gets killed, that's the same. So I don't think that's just 90% not for anyone. But if you're a black woman and you get murdered, it's a 90% chance that you were killed by a black person. So I don't know what y'all white supremacists are thinking, but I think we got a problem. It's like she correctly identifies a problem, and then again, she's on that Ilhan Omar data, and then she's scared of Nazis at night at the ATM. And, you know, Jasmine Crockett, someone like this, is an active liar because you know she knows certain you-know-whos are bad. You know she's like, oh, this area is shit. We got to get out of here. You know, she's not hanging out in the shit areas. She knows who to be afraid of at night. And so that's why there's a more active lying. Like if I was like a really bad racist and I wanted to lie with statistics a little bit more, I could embellish things or I could go, yeah, it's always them. Even though it's not always them, it's just a vast majority and they outperform per capita. But for her to do it, she has to almost go backwards. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. She has to go against what her own internal beliefs are.
That's very true. And then, I don't know, does she believe it or not? Who knows? But whatever it is, she's just trying to make laws based on vibes now. Like the vibes right now is like, oh, white supremacy, everyone's talking about that. And she's trying to make laws based on that fake stat.
Yeah, I don't feel safe. I'm going to go write this bill.
Because of white supremacy.
Yeah, because of how I feel. Right?
Yeah, pretty scary. And this next example, this man is in Queens and he spits on a girl and then gropes her.
Police say he spits his drink on a 12-year-old girl as she's walking to school in the area of 71st Street and 54th Avenue. Detectives say the man pretends to clean off the child, but instead he inappropriately touches her. He then attempts to sexually assault another 12-year-old girl moments later by using the same ruse.
The same ruse, spitting on them.
That's not really a ruse. He's just like doing 2 assaults.
Probably his first crime too.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Not on any sex offender registries or anything like that. 12-year-olds, guys.
I'm sure that guy has a massive rap sheet and he's just walking around the streets.
Yeah.
And then everyone who lives in New York City, oh man, should we have more kids? Oh, it's kind of dangerous. Should we keep living here? Maybe we should just move. And you ruin a whole city like that. And it's actually affecting celebrities. Michael Rappaport, his wife had a similar interaction.
I'm sorry you're a psychopath. I'm sorry you're mentally ill. But I don't need you walking around me. I don't need you walking around my wife. My wife was groped in New York City in broad daylight a couple of weeks ago. I don't think I talked about my wife. She was coming out of the play with her girlfriend, and some fuck came behind her.
Yep, wood chipper. Wood chipper time. Straight in the fucking wood chipper. not pass go. Do not collect $200. Wood chipper. In the wood chipper you go. Let God sort it out. As far as I'm concerned, let God sort it out. Yep.
And, rubbed up on her, put his hand on her hip, and then kept walking. Violated my wife in New York City. I don't want people like that walking around my wife. I don't want people that have been arrested 14 times for whatever reason walking around my wife, walking around my kids. Nor should you, and it has nothing to do with politics. Put them in a fucking zoo.
And I also endorse Zoran Mandami. Like that's his next sentence. Like, yeah, you're there. Now just support a Republican candidate. Oh, that might lose my sponsors on my podcast.
He says this has nothing to do with politics, but only one side is advocating for prison reform and restorative justice and
letting everyone out.
Cash bail, all those things. But yeah, and this is one of those things where I guess it's good you came around. He's a super libtard, right? I guess it's good you came around, but you lose a little bit of your agency, right? Like, oh man, I got that one completely wrong, and Democrats are completely wrong about that, and there's a lot of repeat offenders out here, but you got it wrong before, and so now you kind of like have to give up some of your foresight. Like you were able to realize it looking back, but you weren't able to call it out going forward, right?
Yeah, you had to let it come to your doorstep where literally your wife was involved in an incident. You couldn't extrapolate and see it and analyze the data and the headlines and the stats and see it for yourself. You had to wait till something happened to your wife.
So maybe now you have to let someone else think for you.
Yeah.
Maybe now it's time to follow someone else. You're not really coherent on your own, brother.
Call me. I'll tell you who to vote for.
Yeah. And it's not Mom Donnie.
And then that takes us to our next segment within Urban Decay about why racial profiling is okay. And it's going to be a decent amount of reading, but this was really insightful stuff.
Yeah, this is from Jeremy Kaufman. He said, if we want racial unity, good blacks need to teach their children that some amount of racial profiling is okay. In college, I remember walking behind a young woman late at night. Through sheer coincidence of destination, I followed her for several turns. From her body language, I could tell she was growing scared. This wasn't misogyny. It was perfectly rational behavior. I slowed down and let her gain space on me so she wasn't worried. An incredible proportion of crime and violence comes from black youth. It is rational for stores and individuals to be more wary of young black males than other races. Black parents who can't teach their kids this is true are part of the problem. He didn't say anything out of line there.
And someone replies, so good blacks should learn to be okay with racial profiling because you believe it's justified to do so?
And then he replied back saying, everyone profiles. There is no sensible society in which we treat an elderly Asian woman the same as a young African man. Men are more dangerous than women. Muslims are more dangerous than Christians. Blacks are more dangerous than whites. Young men are more dangerous than old men. These are all common sense statements that no one should hesitate to say. We can absolutely have discussions about when profiling goes too far or is incorrect, but to deny profiling entirely is to deny reality.
Which is absolutely true.
Yeah, couldn't agree more.
Couldn't agree more. And then there was another rebuttal after that.
Wayne Burkett said, one thing I've been very consistent about saying is that I will teach all of my children to make their gut feelings in instances like this primary. You never have to worry about offending anybody. You never have to worry that it might look mean or uncharitable or racist. You can just trust your gut in every case, and I'll have your back on that. And this is the crucial part, as Jeremy says, only a bad man would be bothered by this in the first place. A good man understands immediately what's happening and doesn't take it personally.
That's very true. Mm-hmm. And we have a little bit of a graph, the IQ graph.
Yeah.
Mate, I trust my instincts. It's worked for me and my gran. It'll work for me, simple as.
Yeah. Work for me, gran. It'll work for me, simple as. And then the Reddit type leftist, I'm going to need a source for that. And then at the high end of the IQ, it is perfectly rational to trust in your deep instincts since they evolved through generations of evolutionary pressure.
Which is very true. Yep. And then if you apply all these things to the Irina Zarutska situation where she's on the bus, maybe you don't sit in that seat.
She might live. Yeah,
I don't sit in that seat.
I don't
even ride the bus.
Yeah, I don't get on the train.
And then here's another place where maybe you could have done some racial profiling. That's kind of a joke. This guy is a mentor in Chicago for troubled youth.
Yeah.
And listen to what happened to him.
Public service announcement. Fahim here. Just got off work. I'm at 79th and Jeffrey on the corner, looking for my car. Young man I mentored, tried to embrace, hung around me all day today, and then when I went to the washroom, stole my car. The BMW 750, stole it.
He's mentoring. The kid straight up stole his car from him. What could it mean? Wait, what?
And is gone. And now his family's been notified about what could happen to him. So we're going to see if they return my car.
Yeah, so maybe you could have profiled there some troubled teens in Chicago.
Yeah, man.
Maybe you don't leave your keys around when you go to the washroom.
Well, and it's an honorable thing. This is a black man who's trying to bring up and mentor a black kid, and he got burned. I don't have anything against that. He was trying to do the right thing. But, man, like, there's a certain point where when you're doing it, you have to almost put little tests or do little boundaries, you know? There's not just, like, free and open charity to someone who's going to steal your car. You got to be like, all right, then meet me here or help me with this. And I don't even know what he could have done, but I hate to make fun of him, but who else? Yeah. Who else but blacks? It's one of those kind of things, right?
Yeah, it's an honorable thing he's doing. We like him, and we'll send him a T-shirt if he sees this. All right, our next story.
Send him a car.
Remember a while ago we covered this story. We're going to let it play in the background. It's this ring camera of this Asian guy getting attacked by the two black guys with tasers.
He gets tased right outside his house, and they steal his wallet and shit, his keys. It's something we covered on the show.
Maybe a year ago.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a year, and those guys are probably fixed from the system. Those guys have now been let out, and they're actually interviewing, I believe, the judge, asking him the thought process behind letting these criminals out.
Yeah, and we're getting to the point where videos that we cover, they're doing their time and then are fully their time and are fully out. And so, like, that's how bad of a repeat offender zone we're in, is people from Urban Decay are reappearing.
They're getting let out.
Yeah.
King County Superior Court presiding judge Ketu Shah is now answering questions about Maisonette, who prosecutors called a high violent offender back in 2016 after he carjacked and shot at someone on I-5.
All right, Karma.
A convicted multiple-time felon, also accused of tasing a man and burglarizing a home on Beacon Hill. Yet a King County judge allowed Maisonette to return home.
It's almost like there's a pattern, chat. Oh, look, I do have mana. Almost like there's a pattern. That's game. Damn. Like I need just a little bit more mana. Maybe one more swamp. I'm probably over what I should be, but...
On an ankle monitor last year. Prosecutors say...
Not a fan of
to
mayhem.
a jewelry heist in Bellevue.
The judge is looking at the factors of the circumstances of the case, what's alleged to have occurred, also looking at when the incidents alleged to have occurred.
He's accused by the prosecutors of being a danger to society, a violent man who shows no remorse.
You know, it's always hard. I think the court is balancing individual rights and the safety of the community.
In a certain respect, it doesn't make sense that he was allowed to go.
My experience with the court lately has been criminals have all the rights and victims get absolutely stiffed, with very few exceptions, unless you have very good representation.
In and out of custody and then go home on a home ankle monitor.
Well, I think there's always the hope that people have the capacity to change their behavior.
Yeah, the capacity to change their behavior. He was wearing an ankle monitor and did a jewelry heist with the ankle monitor on.
Not the brightest criminal, but
He's a retard.
But the judge is like this. Hope you get better, brother. And this guy burglarized Richard Sherman's house, Ichiro Suzuki's house. Like this guy is a prolific repeat offender. And we have Jasmine Crockett going, I feel like white supremacy is really bad. And we got the judge going, I hope he gets better. We're just on some dumb, like we're being run by retarded people with no conviction. And who's going to get victimized?
Operating completely outside of reality.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a judge. I'm not a lawyer. I didn't pass the bar. I don't know anything. Mm-hmm. But I could tell you, keep this guy locked up.
Yeah, it's an easy one.
And then a judge in a suit goes, well, we're hoping he changes his behavior.
Get fucked,
What
man.
the fuck is going on? Yeah. We're better than judges at judging.
We're better than everybody at a lot of things.
So true.
This is like when we talked. Did we talk about this on the show? How just some random guy from Chicago put him in charge of the police?
Yeah.
Some blue.
Broder Watch says, guess what, GS? It's the same over here. The law protects the criminals and to the victim, do better. Yes, exactly. Yep. Better luck next time. Better luck next time. Maybe you'll get justice next time. It's absolute craziness.
Blue-collar guy. He looks fat.
We talked about it in Bonus Land, and we actually saw a guy. We were out to lunch with our friend Brendan, and
Mr. X and Brendan get lunch.
And, you know, Chicago has like a horrible DA. They have horrible everything.
Brandon Johnson's the mayor. He sucks.
Brandon Johnson's the mayor. Kim Fox. And then we saw some fat guy at on a diner eating like probably a Reuben.
Probably a bear claw and a Reuben.
Eating a bear claw and a cup of coffee.
Love a good Reuben.
Multiple cups. And he was this huge fat guy with like a big mustache. And I was like, put him in charge. Put him in charge of the police.
I know.
Make him the DA.
He could like randomly do a better job. He'd be like, oh, I got to get up to speed. You know, first couple of weeks are slow. He would ultimately do a better job. That's just where we're at in society.
You go, repeat offender?
Because
you're done.
You appoint someone who does the backwards thing, and then, of course, average Joe could do better, you know? Because he's got like a theory of mind that is designed to actually help instead of, well, we got to let all the criminals out. We got to do nothing.
Maybe the criminals will be good.
Yeah, that's the extent of this judge's...
And they immediately go and do more crimes.
Yeah. And that's what this judge thinks. Like, he really doesn't even have a good idea. You know what I'm saying? Like, he prepared for a news hit where he knew they were going to ask him about something like this. And we just, geez, guys, so we just kind of got to believe they'll be better.
And everyone assumes it's so sophisticated. I don't understand the law. Oh, there must be something else. It's just stupid.
And there's a certain invasive nature of court where, like, when you're going to get released for parole, like, they ask questions like, where are you going to work? Who are you going to live with? Who else is going to live there? Like, all these things. You can't drink alcohol. You can't do this. Like, there's an oppressive nature. And then they just let the guy who makes his money off of jewelry heists and home invasions, they go, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
he's not going to get a job at the gas station. He's going to do jewelry heist and home invasions again.
Yeah,
he's going to pick up a blick, and he's going to go do it again.
Very true. All right, our last clip of Urban Decay, we're letting it play in the background. This old man gets robbed. He has a walker.
Oh,
he gets
wow.
robbed and kind of assaulted for $6.
Yep. Only blacks.
Maybe he'll change.
Yeah.
Give him another chance.
Who else but BLACCs?
All right, well, that's the end of Urban Decay. Don't get too down or too depressed. We're moving on to Uplifting Gold. All right, Uplifting Gold. You know, I'm not going to lie to you guys.
Doesn't sound good here, Mr. X.
I couldn't find a lot of uplifting stuff this week.
Okay.
So I started with whatever I could find. These kids are playing with squirt guns.
Everybody down!
Everybody down.
They're actually airsoft guns. Some are fun.
All right. Hot start for Uplifting
They were
Gold.
shooting a baby with the BB gun.
You know what?
Airsoft gun.
Sometimes Uplifting Gold, you know, guys.
We don't deserve it.
Train your algorithm to show you puppy videos or something, you know? Stop coming to us for Uplifting Gold, basically. Like, we're going to get mad at you.
We'll give you some uplifting. Next Uplifting Gold, these ladies are having fun at work. So there's music, but these postal workers, they're having fun at work. They're having a little dance party at work. They're twerking on the postal truck, and the post office was created, I believe, in 1775.
They blat. They blat.
Smart.
It's been around for like 250 years.
All right. Not much longer.
All right. This is actually uplifting.
All going
It's
downhill.
a hack. You guys know music, right? And you know jazz and saxophone. You probably look at it like, I could never learn that because I never learned how to do it.
Okay.
Anyone can do it.
This is your sign to go to your nearest music store and just rent a saxophone. Because I'm telling you, what you'll realize, like once you start playing and you start playing random ass notes, you'll realize that everybody that plays jazz is a complete fraud. Watch this. I don't even know what I'm gonna play right now. Watch. I'm just pressing random buttons and I blow, and it's like it's jazz. It's not good, but it's jazz, right? Watch.
It is what jazz sounds like.
Yeah, I get his point.
It's not wrong.
I get his point. The difference between good and that is pretty far spread.
I'm sure, but I don't know the difference. Next, these guys.
Plus, this guy's a migrant type.
Yeah, that's true. He's got to go too. All right, our next clip. This is where Uplifting Gold actually starts. These people made a sour cream fountain for pierogi.
Yeah.
Pierogi eaters can stay. Look at that, though.
Not really working. Thick sour cream.
Kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Pierogies are delicious.
But it's a bit. It's a bit.
I like pierogies. Pierogies with onions and sour cream.
Yeah, I like pierogies too.
Lots
Send them to
of
the
onions.
P.O. box. But let me know when you do.
So, pierogies don't ship. Pierogies don't ship.
All right, next, this house was on fire, and then the police came, and then they saved the dog. But before the dog left, he led the police officers to his leash. That's me kicking the door down.
Everybody in here. Hey, buddy, come on. Come on. Come here, buddy. Come here.
See, that's man's best friend.
You're a good boy.
He likes it.
Come on, Oakley.
Oakley.
It said Oakley on the leash.
And they saved the dog, and he led him to the leash. He has the rules, even in a stressful time.
That's nice. And not much of a home protector dog. Door kicked in, and you take him to the leash.
Yeah.
I don't think dogs recognize police uniforms.
And it's like a pit bull type.
But he's a nice boy, I guess.
But he's a nice boy. All right, our final clip in our Pure Americana clip of the week is this baby baseball player.
Small step and turn.
Damn!
Kind of like that. That's beautiful.
Look at him step through that. He's like, uh-oh. He's mouth breathing, though. Boom.
You'd be kidding me.
Look at that finish, kid. Do that again. Can you hold that finish again?
Boom.
Yes, you can.
That's pretty good.
That's a real toddler doing a grown man swing.
He's got some skills in him.
But, Dad, you got to stop that mouth breathing. Get that jaw.
Take him to a myofunctionalist.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's the end of the episode. Have a nice weekend, everybody. If you're looking for 30 more minutes of the show, FleckisTalks.com is the website. We have a very special Bonus Land announcement coming Tuesday. You guys will hear it then. It's going to be a good change to the format of things. I think you're going to love it. FleckisTalks.com is the website. Support us. Support the show.
All right, folks, we're going to boot up the next one here. We're just chilling, having fun, doing some live streaming videos. All right. Now, this is about, 5 days, 6 days behind. So just so you know, some of this might be old news. We're going to get into it.
All right, welcome back to Fleckis Talks, the podcast, episode 292. Today on the show, we have more leftist violence to start off housekeeping this week. Then, this woman gets BTFO'd by ICE in our migrant section. Then after that, the LGBs are separating themselves from the Ts in this week's Cringe of the Week. And last but not least, in Urban Decay, we have a lot of unfit for trial types that keep getting dumped back in society. All this and more, it's Fleckis Talks, the podcast, episode 292, ranked the best news podcast of all time.
Bonus Land.
Hey guys, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, episode.
Keeps going.
You see how that works?
Yeah.
We got something special. All right, lot to get to. Let's just go right into it, unless you got some stupid fat fuck stories you want to tell.
No. Mr. X do anything embarrassing this weekend?
No, nothing from Mr. X.
Nothing to launder through Mr. X? Okay.
Nothing that I know of about Mr. X, but we're going to tell more Mr. X stories.
Okay.
So I think it's a fun way to not incriminate yourself all the way. Mm-hmm. Like Mr. X has got taxes coming up soon.
Yeah, Mr. X is waiting for that 7-year period of audits to fall off for what Mr. X did in 2015.
Oh, shit. I think I screwed up there, chat.
We'll have more Mr. X stories for you guys.
Oh, no, I guess I still get them.
But let's get right into it. Jimmy Kimmel, we spoke about this last episode. He was canceled for doing anti-Charlie Kirk comments. And it was really, in our opinion, canceled for performance. But Now he's back on.
Yeah, which is fascinating. Basically, a statement from ABC saying last Wednesday we made the decision to suspend production. Blah, blah, blah. Basically, we've reached the decision to return the show on Tuesday. So Jimmy Kimmel is coming back despite the record low ratings
Tonight.
relative to other late night people. Yeah,
That's exciting. And I wanted to point something out that we didn't point out on Friday. Jimmy Kimmel's getting 160K views an episode. And I would estimate that 40% of these views are from TVs that are on at the gym that no one's watching.
Yes.
Stuff like that. TVs at the airport where no one's really paying attention. But 160K views per episode. Guys, we have episodes that outperform Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
Stinky BBL. With all of our audio only and Rumble, that's at like 170-something thousand listens and views.
And then how many people are running this operation?
Me, Richard Ratboy, and Nick the editor.
Yeah.
Us three. Jimmy Kimmel has a team of over 200 people and an annual budget of $100 million.
Makeup, catering, the joke writers, interns, everybody. It's a whole thing just to fumble this key audience. And this is 18 to 49-year-olds, right?
Mhm.
So it's just a segment of his audience. But yeah, like you said, it's ABC. You can put an antenna in the air and get ABC. So it's everywhere, literally.
They're trying to stuff it down your throat.
And yeah, so I'm a little shocked that they're bringing him back because I thought this was the excuse to get him out. Maybe there was something where if I get canceled because of a stupid joke, then I get paid out through the end of my contract.
Who knows?
So they might as well milk it or something. And I looked it up. Jimmy Kimmel's contract goes through, I think, mid-2026 or something. And he mentioned retiring after that. And I think it's not retiring. It's called getting sunsetted.
Yeah, 160,000 views, the same as us.
Pretty bad. Pretty bad.
That $100 million budget.
I know.
They have cameras everywhere, and then they have insurance for the cameras.
And it's a weird thing, too, because
they have all these people, and then they have insurance for the people.
Yeah, catering, which Fleckis kind of does. If you saw his Uber Eats budget.
I do provide crafty on set.
Yeah. But Jimmy Kimmel, this whole thing, the $100 million, and they're also scamming advertisers, too. There's a certain ROI that advertisers expect. And we, with our advertisers, usually overperform. Jimmy Kimmel probably sells expensive ads to people who can't measure how well it did.
And then the companies who are buying the ad space kind of buy it knowing that they're going to do it at a loss so they can keep promoting the narrative that Jimmy Kimmel's pushing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like a scam.
One hand washes the other type scam.
Yeah, it is a scam. All right, well, congrats, Jimmy Kimmel, for coming back.
Yeah.
Excited to watch.
Not really.
They said 168,000 people across the entire world.
All right, our next story over the weekend at the Charlie Kirk Memorial, Trump and Elon back in good graces.
Yeah.
Here they are shaking hands.
Trust any
I
of
don't
them.
know. Hey, sorry I called you a pedophile. Hey, sorry I said you were addicted to drugs.
Yeah.
Walking around the White House. Yeah.
But it's RNS to put those beefs aside.
Definitely, definitely. You can't let those beefs become shootings out on the street or something like
Yeah,
that.
and when
they're killing our peers.
Exactly. And especially with the mission that we're on, you have to put those beefs aside. You can't have two of the most powerful people in the world mad at each other for a personal reason. There's actually bigger goals to accomplish, and them together makes everyone happy and stronger.
Totally.
And then Elon did an interview that I thought was very interesting. Listen to what he says about his time with the government.
Alto and not Washington, D.C.
I'm at Tesla Global Engineering Headquarters in Palo Alto.
Yeah. So no more Washington, D.C. You're back at work. You're focused. Yeah?
Yeah, I haven't been to D.C. since May.
Okay.
That was a hell of a side quest.
That was a good side. Any lessons from your time in Washington, D.C.?
The government is basically unfixable.
The government's basically unfixable.
Mm-hmm. And he goes on to talk about the national debt and how it's basically our entire defense budget every year just on interest payments.
Mm-hmm.
So
it makes you worry.
He's black-pilled.
He's very black-pilled,
Yeah.
and a guy like that would be the type to say, let's just usher in AI Overwatch technology and let AI run the government.
Well, he basically did say that at the end. He said, we basically need AI and robots to make us so much money that it somehow digs us out of this horrible governance, right?
So that's kind of scary, too.
It's pretty dark, and I can't say I don't agree with him. He's right. Our national debt is so crazy, And we basically need a zero interest rate environment to even make any progress on it. And which side of the aisle is going to make progress? We basically even argued for it ourselves. Like, hey, we got in power. We need to spend some money
What
on
the
all
F,
the things
dude?
that we
What
like
what the
Democrats will
F,
do that
bro?
to justify
Where's all my
it.
creatures?
And onward the cycle goes as we trade power, right?
Yeah. So we will see, but kind of black-pilled.
Yeah. I don't know. Invest in assets. Invest in things that somehow can't go tits up. The US dollar. If you're holding a lot of cash right now, I don't know. And then I'm giving advice like the market's at the top and we could get black swan. So it's ugly out there. Protect yourself. Have a little bit in every basket. No, not all eggs in one basket, I would say.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
Yeah, well, I don't want to say what I'm up to.
I know.
But I have a vision, and I'm executing it.
Yeah.
All right, we have a leftist violence section. We're going to kind of speed round this, but last week, once the Jimmy Kimmel cancellation got announced, someone went and shot up in a local ABC news station.
Yeah,
and we have some background about the guy and also why he did it.
Yeah, I think it was near Sacramento. It was somewhere in California. So the guy who shot up that ABC 10 news station who had previously posted about a race war started by Trump was just let out on bail. And here's the guy, Al Hernandez Santana. And he basically did a drive-by on an ABC news station, like 3 bullets in a window, like sending a message. But his tweets all sounded something like this. The race war has begun, and Trump started it. When you order the state security apparatus to profile brown people, arrest and deport them, including residents and spouses with legal status who are protected by asylum or are on their way to immigration appointments, that violence is illegal.
Yeah, so we did a drive-by, and he was let out on bail. Hopefully he's calm now.
I was going to say, it's like Bolo. Be on the lookout for this guy. It's unbelievable how quickly, I'm sure all that political rage has subsided now, and he's in control of himself. He's sitting at home having a nice cup of tea with his wife.
He was shooting randomly into a building, but now he's all good.
All that rage has subsided. But yeah, so that's example 1. Example 2, there was a gunman who attacked the Sky Meadow Country Club in Nashua, New Hampshire, who was shouting, "Free Palestine."
At a wedding, I believe.
Yeah, exactly. And that will probably be categorized as right-wing violence somehow because the guy was white.
Or actually, it wasn't political.
That had nothing to do with politics.
And then we actually found out some new information about the guy who tried to kill Justice Kavanaugh.
Yeah,
Turns out he was trans.
Well, after the fact, I guess. The man who attempted to kill Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh identifies as transgender woman and was deeply mentally ill and suicidal, according to documents first obtained by the Daily Wire. So his old name was Nicholas, and now he's Sophie after trying to kill a Supreme Court justice and getting caught out wearing black clothing and carrying a suitcase, a backpack, a Glock 17 pistol, zip ties, a tactical knife. She, blah, blah, blah.
Don't want to offend her.
Yeah, she had a murder kit outside a Supreme Court justice's house. And yeah, this is one of those, I guess, more trans terrorism, but after the fact, I guess.
Yeah.
So we're going to count it. The ADL or anybody with right wing or
Watch,
left
we get
wing
another land right here. Watch.
will put it in the undetermined
Freaking
category.
ridiculous, dude.
A good point. And which takes us to our Antifa section. We have a little bit of an Antifa update.
This is what people complain about. I think I got 4 lands in a row and 1 creature. That's exactly what people complain about with the shuffler. It's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. It's not normal, man. A lot of people getting offended, or not offended, but upset about it. I'm gonna go ahead and call it good here, chat. And I gotta get some stuff done. I gotta get some videos edited. I will catch you guys all on the flip side. Hope you're all gonna have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tonight at 9 p.m. on my channel. I may stream again on this channel. I probably won't though, because I really do have a lot to do, both inside the house and outside the house. So I'll catch you guys on the flip side.